This is Ed Clancy. He's a 2-time Olympic gold medal winning cyclist. Ed is sponsored by Skoda, and because the Czech car manufacturer also sponsors the Tour de France, it organised for Ed to show me part of the UK leg of the 2014 Tour. However, to make things more interesting, I decided to challenge him to a race.
Hi Matt.
How you doing?
Got your email. It said you could beat me on a Skoda. So here it is.
Okay. I think that might have been a bit of a typo. You know how I and O are next to each other on the keyboard?
Is that right?
Yeah, I didn't mean to say I beat you on a Skoda, but in a Skoda, like in this Skoda.
Right, okay, I see. Well, I can still give it a go.
This is a Skoda Rapid Spaceback, and it has a big boot. And this makes it ideal for carrying bikes. And although this one only has a 1.2 litre engine, the addition of a turbocharger makes it surprisingly nippy. Way too nippy for a cyclist, even one with 2 Olympic gold medals. However, after a bit of a discussion, Ed and I came up with a compromise which would make our race fair. He would start by taking his bike out of the Rapid's boot, which meant refitting its front wheel. And so Ed said I would have to do the same with the Spaceback. Our race would take place over a 3-mile section of the second stage of the UK leg of the Tour de France, which passes through the Pennines in Yorkshire. And with wet and windy weather, the going would be slippery. However, I didn't think this would actually affect me. How wrong I was.
I lose.
After my failed start, Ed kindly agreed to a rerun. Hopefully I'll do better this time. I knew I'd have to be quick. Ed can average between 25 and 30 miles an hour on his bike, and with me having to stick at the 50 miles an hour speed limit, this meant that if he got further than halfway through the course before I set off, he'd definitely win.
Come on. Come on, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, yes. Come on!
Finally, the wheel was on. It had taken me over 3 minutes.
God, I'd never get a job in a Formula 1 pit crew with a change that slow. Oh, see what I'm glad I'm in a car and not on a bike because the weather is awful. I really hope Ed hasn't gone too far, because if he has, this race is over already.
Little did I know, Ed had just passed the halfway point. In theory, there was no way I could win. Or was there?
I've got to stick at 50 miles an hour, so what I'm going to do is put the cruise control on, leave it at 50 and take my feet off the pedals. I can't afford to lose any speed, so I'm just going to have to go as fast as I can through corners. I'm watching the sat-nav as like kind of rally pace notes, and I'm just going to have to turn the wheel and hold on and hope I don't skid off the road.
Ed, however, was familiar with our course, as he sometimes trains in this area. All he had to do was keep pedalling and not fall off. This race was pretty much a foregone conclusion. Until...
Aye, damn it, the chain.
Ed's chain coming off was a stroke of luck and put me back in the race.
This is not exactly the fastest Skoda you can get. It's only got a 1.2 litre engine, but with a turbocharger on it, it's got 105 horsepower and it's actually pretty punchy. I'm actually leaving it in 3rd gear so that if I do slow down a bit through the corners, I can get back up to speed nice and quickly.
I wasn't far from the finish line now, but where was Ed?
There's Ed, I can see him.
I was closing on Ed fast, but not quite fast enough.
Come on, come on! I'm just going to have to chill and have to put my foot down a bit. What does the police say you can do? 10% plus 2 miles an hour? Come on! That was so close. Do you know what? I think I might have beat you.
No, look at the photo finish there. Got some evidence.
Well, I tell you what, I beat you in one way. I'm definitely not quite as wet as you.
Well, I'll give you that, mate. I'm freezing.
We had a look at the photo finish on our laptop to find out who'd won, and it showed it was me. Hopefully, Ed won't see this video and realise I cheated a little.